And we are back with One Piece Unlimited World Red. Today we're gonna head to episode 3. I said it right this time, not chapter. Alright, so after the missions and whatnot, I still didn't have the material to expand the town, so just heading out. Yes, thank you for interrupting me. You raccoon, golden tail looking mother trucker thing. Yes, so now we can set item words, which is something we can always do, is just there. I don't know. I feel like they could have mentioned this earlier, but whatever. Yeah, just set my item words. I think there's another type of tutorial like thing for the next episode. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, not everyone has a item word or just a secret word in general. So I think, who was it? Chopper that doesn't have anything? Well, he has an item word, I know that, but I don't think he has a custom word. Let me see. Oh, there is a limit on custom words, and I believe it does increase after a while. So just be mindful of that when choosing which words you want. Now, trying to think. Yeah, Chopper doesn't have any right now, even with the missions. I don't know if I get any this. Now, I do think I get some this episode. I want to say yes, but we'll be getting a lot this episode once we complete it. Now, I want to say I changed. Yeah, I do change my party. Let's see. I think I bring Chopper. Yep, I bring Chopper. The reason I'm bringing these three is because of the stage actions. It's centered around these three as well as Usopp, but the thing is I don't have his stage action unlocked just yet, which is why I'm opting not to bring him. Well, plus you can only bring up to 3 members. I still have to backtrack to episode 2. I haven't done that as of this recording. So what I plan on doing actually is I'm just gonna excuse me, showcase all of the stage actions in one video just to show where they're at. I'm not sure if I'm going to do for the missions because well, I'll get more to that once we actually reach that point. But for now, we are in some familiar territory. Oh, hi, guy with the awesome yet funny looking goatee. What's up? Known as Pigeon Guy. Yeah, this guy, he was part of the CP9 arc, not the CP9 arc, but basically the arc where they were featured in the main antagonist. And I gotta say, I just recently watched it actually. I'm kind of going out of order with the stuff I watched for One Piece, but I did enjoy it. Very nice. The only time you actually see Robin display emotion, which I found interesting. But yeah, if you haven't seen that, definitely go watch it right now. But yeah, this chapter, it's not as long as it's not as long as episode 2, but it's still pretty lengthy. And I do like the music here. I love the aesthetics actually. This is definitely one of my favorite episodes, if not the favorite. Love the boss here as well. We'll get more into that later. Now for this one, I want to say I do switch up my party members more often than usual. Usually what I do is I try to go through the combo list, and then after their break is done I try to switch just to have some variety. Although I want to say I don't use Chopper that much because again, I've mentioned this before, but for some reason Chopper, what I don't like about him is sometimes it doesn't read his combos. So I just tend to stay away from him. Plus, I don't think he's that useful per se. Like, he does heal your allies and gets rid of their status elements, but I rarely use it. In fact, I think I used it once here, but it was by complete accident. So, whatever. Just gauntlet. Okay, I guess I can go ahead and mention this now. Some of the missions that are based, well, essentially take place in the main episodes, they actually do switch up the level layout slightly, and that some areas will open up. Now this is all part of one of the missions that we'll see in the next video, but once we get inside there are going to be some areas that are blocked off in this episode actually, but when we get to the mission it's actually opened up. But the thing is, when I brought Chopper, I was thinking about the mission and not so much the chapter, although Chopper does have a place he can dig in much later. Yes, phone, I agree. But that was my reason behind bringing Chopper. And then there's another, oh, calm down. There's another area that Luffy can actually access. And what his stage action is that he stretches his arm out to basically tether to other areas, like he does in the hub world, essentially. I don't think there was one in episode 2, maybe not. I don't really remember. But yeah, that's my reason behind these 3. And Usopp actually has a stage action behind the door, but again, I don't have it unlocked yet, so I didn't bother bringing him. And I'm not sure if I showed this off in the last part, but everyone is at level 5 as of now. In the next time we actually do another episode, they'll be around, I want to say 10, I think. But you won't see that actually happen. Yeah, there's a spot for Usopp, but don't have him, nor do I have his action. Yeah, here is where Chopper would have a dig spot in the mission, but it's not here. And this is me confused, trying to figure out where it's at. Yeah, I don't spend too much longer on here because I'm aware that these videos will be long, so I try to get a move on as much as possible. There is one thing I do like about Chopper, his chase action. Essentially, the heck was that? I'm sorry, but essentially when an enemy is on the ground, you know that problem I have with not being able to attack enemies with over half of your attacks. Sorry for the interruption, there was some random guy outside. I'm just gonna cut that out. But as I was saying, with Chopper, he has the chase action, as we've seen a lot of times, which you can damage enemies off on the ground, and you can actually continue this until they die. Oh, I messed that up. But yeah, you can continue this till they're actually defeated, which I do like. That's one thing I do like about Chopper. And he's not necessarily a bad character, it's just I don't like how he combos his opponents, basically. I feel like it's not very accurate, and the combo list definitely proves that, especially when I input the commands exactly how they tell me. But that's just my 2 cents. Oh, here's a preview of the mission. Yeah, the mission is to get, I think, 10 fruit in this area. And see where these barricades are, they'll actually be completely gone. And so I'll be able to explore the area to the left. And yeah, I just cut because I didn't realize that it was cut off until, well, I should say I didn't realize there were differences between the missions and the episodes themselves until I tried to explore. So we just skipped me wandering about for 2 minutes, so you didn't miss much. Nice finish. Looking like a rag doll. But yeah, Zoro's stage action, I think I showed this last time. He just cuts down a metal barricade and gets some treasure, usually something for synthesis, for expanding the town, or even a word. Just hit a rare occasion like that right there. I think I missed that the first time I played the game because I didn't have Zoro. I actually brought Usopp with me just because he was a new character, and I kind of struggled when it came to what should we call it? When it came to using Usopp and Chopper, actually, because I didn't necessarily level them up. I just went here blindly, and it was pretty rough. But it's definitely doable. And since I came here prepared, well, I kind of struggle with this fight, but we'll get more into that later. I hate that. That's one thing about Zoro. Like, pressing one button causes him to do two actions, those two different whirlwinds, and it's kind of a, I don't know. I guess I wish you could just stop it without him having to do that before you can move again. But oh well. I still like him. Definitely one of my favorites to play as. Yeah, that right there. In fact, you're gonna see me do that a lot because it's by accident that I do that most of the time because I'm trying not to. Usually I'm trying to do one of the combos, but it's so easy to pull off that it's just gonna happen. Yeah, like that. I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to stop, but I couldn't. Alright, and now we got one of these mysterious walls that I still find these extremely pointless. There's really no reason for these, I guess, to extend the gameplay, but it's just padding, if you want my honest opinion. There's really no point doing this. Like, yeah, you get some custom words and all that, but I feel that you can just get the custom words by finding them in a hidden treasure chest, not necessarily going into a blockade and backtracking to an area for a gauntlet that you already took on, by the way. Well, no, I think they do switch up the enemies, but it's literally the same area where we had the first gauntlet. That's just my 2 cents. Oh, and here, this is a one of Zoro's actions. His defense is, I think, is cut in half or by a quarter, but his attack shoots up dramatically. So, you attack. Takes a 1 SP gauge bar. Yeah, his other action is, shoot, I don't remember which one it is actually. I don't really use that one too much. I think it's either he shoots off some energy or he zips across the field slash blah 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 English, slashing enemies. I can't remember because I don't use that action too much. Yeah, well. So now that we got the word after that pointless padding, we can now move on. Good stuff. These enemies, I just wail on them until either the counter option shows up or one of your attacks breaks through. I think there are some there are some attacks that just go straight through the shield. I can't tell you which ones actually do that. Just keep attacking them and they'll eventually drop their guard. They're not necessarily hard, they're just a minor nuisance, really. And there we go. Alright. Yeah, there's a... oh, what is that thing called? We're actually gonna find out the name of that in this episode, but if for some reason, if you want to backtrack, maybe you missed a treasure chest, even though they're, for the most part, in the way, you can backtrack up to that higher level. So you're not necessarily screwed out of a special item. Unlike this part, which I messed up greatly. Okay, what you want to do is come down here with your net, and then do you see that bug on the tree? You'll want to try to get that immediately. Yeah, I forgot to do that. So because it flew away, it's actually not gonna come back. So yeah, and walking back doesn't cause it to respawn either. And I probably should cut this out. Do I? Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, but yeah, if you missed that bug the first time, you're gonna have to restart. Am I gonna restart for one bug? Hell no. I'm just gonna come back later because I gotta come back here anyway and search that area with Usopp. So yeah, that was Luffy's stage action, just to rock it is what it's called. Essentially what you do in the hub world. No, I thought that was a rocket option right there. But yeah, it's pretty nifty for finding some treasure. That's really all the stage actions are for, just finding treasure, really. Ooh, another gauntlet. Oh, joy. Oh, is this where I'm gonna find out the... No, actually, yeah. Camera angle. Yeah, sometimes the counter option will come up, but the thing is, you'll occasionally knock out the enemy. The game is programmed to actually cause you to attack once the enemy makes contact with them, but after a while the game will just automatically do the attack for you. But that's an odd little thing that happens every now and again, because you can actually attack the opponent before they initiate their attack, even with the counter prop open, because I believe it's what happens is that the counter options, well, the counter prop stays active for a good 5 seconds to give you time to react, even though enemies can attack way before the prompt goes away. I think that's what happens, but yeah, you can definitely attack them before they even land a hit and still counter. So that's a strategy, quote unquote, that to get some extra damage. Something worth trying. I don't understand the point of that. I guess that was to get some herbs in case some spawn, but nah, there's nothing there. Oh yeah, by the way, we got plenty of herbs, and I believe we picked up some gunpowder along the way. So now we can build the factory and the pharmacy. Oh, there's some gunpowder right there. I think I just needed one. What did Past Me say last time? I don't remember what I said. But yeah, I should have yeah, I do have enough. I remember. I already did the next part. But yeah, I have enough to build the pharmacy and the factory. And since nothing else is going on right now on screen, I think I'm just exploring. But you can add, oh wait, you know what? I think there's the launch pad, what's it? Yeah, the hot shroom. That's what it's called. But anyway, you can upgrade your expansions to give you better items. Like the pharmacy, you can get stronger healing items. The factory, you can get better. The screen, I hate when it happens. You can upgrade your net and fishing rod a lot sooner. And I'm surprised that's because I don't have the factory in it. But the first time I played the game, I already had the factory by now, and I was able to catch stuff with little to no problem. But yeah, you can expand upon the stuff you build, and you can actually make the town a lot bigger. There's gonna be a whole new section by the end of the next part, and we're gonna be able to explore more of that town. Next part is gonna be somewhat lengthier than the previous one, but not by much, because I'm still gonna be cutting out some of the more tedious missions, and by tedious I mean tedious to watch. There are some missions I'm just gonna leave the entire thing in because it shows new stuff, but more on that later. This is this is it for this area. Now we're gonna move on to the next one, which is smaller because it just amounts to a gauntlet and some rooms you can explore. Like right here. Oh hi. How did you get here so fast? Well, I know how you got here. Your devil fruit power allows you to move fast, you little rascal. Yeah, throwback. Oh yeah, that was back when Usopp has gone rogue, quote unquote, rogue for a pirate, for all that amounts to. And there's the lobby. Now we gotta get in there. This is a massive gauntlet, so we're gonna be here a while. Well, not too terribly long. There are just a lot of enemies. Nice wide open space. I don't think you can backtrack to the previous area, if memory serves me right. You might be able to. No, I don't think you can backtrack here once you leave either. There's really no reason to, because there's nothing here but the enemies. And I'm trying to commentate on what's happening, but Sony Vegas is lagging like a mug, so it's actually going at like 3 frames a second. That won't show up in the final video, but I make out what's going on. I'm used to. Oh, there we go. The sound is good. That's another scoop. I don't know what it is about Sony Vegas. It's just sometimes it glitches out on me. And here's me trying to use chopper. Doing somewhat good. I love that little air attack. He just transforms and just does a back kick. It's like, eh. I think a lot more damage. Oh, you know what? I don't think Chopper's at level 5. I think he was at 3 or 4. Well, I'm still good to go. But honestly, I do recommend 5 if you want an easier time, because these enemies can hit pretty hard. Yeah, the room to press the counter or chase or guard option, whoever you're playing as, the window in which you have to react, it does get smaller with every chapter, so you're gonna have to be a lot more, yeah, it's fine, you're gonna have to be on your toes. However, I don't really know what determines this. I guess if you're in trouble, your party members will say something. You just press R1 and you will heal. Which is, and for the most part, it happens every time for me, which is another reason why I don't necessarily rely on Chopper too much, because that option does, it pops up for me very often. Ah, the raccoon is acting more suspicious than usual. What? More suspicious in that? Nah, he's always been suspicious. Whatever. Anyway, on to the next area. Yeah, don't even bother exploring. Rudy poop poop. Out of 2. So why didn't he rocket himself? Oh well. So yeah, now we're inside the lobby. There are 3 areas we can go to. We can either go to the one that progresses plot, or we can do a little exploration and catch some bugs and fish. And then there is another area where we can go into a small gauntlet and also catch a rare bug. Oh, actually it's not even a bug, but it's a rare catch. Yeah, here you can just catch a, what was it, a butterfly-like creature? Oh, here it is. I don't think I catch it because, no, I get it. Oh wow, the button prompts were moving really slow. Huh. What's in the small one? Let's see. Small as in, I can't tell which is small, what's big, whatever. And there's a fishing spot to the left here. You know, if you have to backtrack here for some stuff, like I will later, you can come over here and you can just end the mission early. You don't have to fight the boss if you don't want to. Now let's see, fishing. I think I show off the feature where you can use the fish you caught previously to catch a bigger fish. But yeah, this one's simple enough. We're looking for the fish. Now I'm going to try to combo that. Alright, now let's see what happens. Alright, and now they start throwing in different buttons as well as different actions, like now you gotta hold it and release the button on time. But yeah, look at that, it's not going down at all. So I gotta come back. Well, I lost the fish I was trying to get as well as the fish I caught before, so now I just got nothing. So I've come back here when I have a more powerful net. Well, I'll try to combo when I have more powerful fishing rod, excuse me. Because I can catch a fish no problem, it's just when I have to use a capture for bait, that's when I struggle. Because I only have fishing rod 1. But oh well. Not really missing out on much, for now anyway. Okay, so if you come up the stairs, you can go to another optional room. This is where I think this is where Chopper stage action is. Yeah, somewhere in here. I think it's to the left. Oh, I can't do it now. Thanks, enemy goblin. Gosh. Anyway, you know what I kind of feel is a missed opportunity? Fighting special enemies in these gauntlets aside from the big mooks. because there's times where you just fight big moves outside of gauntlets, but mainly they're relegated to these gauntlets. I kind of wish they had more variety in the enemies, but oh well. Can't go wrong with experience. This is basically what it is, just free experience. What a combo. Actually, the stage action, never mind, turn the camera around, but it's directly behind us to the other side of the arena. There we go. Alright, now let's see how long it takes me to find it. Oh, there we go. Not long at all. Alright, dig here. Worth it! Okay. Now, not much else here. Oh, there is a rare catcher that I mentioned earlier. It's excuse me, it's on the higher level. Right now I'm just damaging stuff. Pick up that mushroom. Pick up the mushroom. Don't let me miss that mushroom. It's right there. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Pass me. What are you doing? Get a move on. Shamon. Can't break a table. You can hope though. Just go get the thing. I'm trying to get all the materials. Oh, man, Usopp got like 2 or 3. I didn't realize he had so many actions here. Huh. Odd. Okay, here it is. Alright. Yeah, this thing was... Yeesh. Wouldn't have this problem if I had the... Oh, I got it. Looked like I was gonna fail. Wow. Okay, the model on the field looked nothing like that, but yeah, that's a rare capture. Well, it's considered rare. And that is the only thing here. The rare capture does vary. Well, it will be different. Like sometimes I found it up here at the top of this stone structure. There are other times where it was down there by that little body of water. So just search around. You will find it. It's not hard to find. It's just it's not always in the same spot. So with that said, we already explored the 2 optional areas. Now let's go progress with plot. Well, all that the plot really amounts to, really. Yeah. You got a bad feeling about everything, Usopp. Coward. Long, always long. Every time I go down there, I expect it to be like some kind of gauntlet. Mad. Whoa. Getting DBZ all up in here. Well then. Okay, bye. Yeah, he just ditches us. So you're not stuck here quite yet, but once you go up, there's no turning back. You're stuck at the boss, and then after you beat the boss, it's the end of the chapter. The episode. Crap. So yeah, you will start the battle off by firing cannons, and I'm doing this wrong. What I should have done is gone all the way to the front and then make my way back, because now, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that hurts. I tried to use this ability and then he was like, nah. Okay, I tried to make good use of it. But yeah, this guy is extremely fast, and there is one attack that can hit, like, it hits hard, and it's one of his more, well, we'll see it, because it doesn't always happen. I don't really necessarily determines what will actually cause you to get hit by it, because this was the first time it happened to me, so I was kind of just thrown off completely. I should have dodged that. It's gonna happen here. Let's see. But yeah, just deflect and he will leave himself wide open. He actually gets tired after a while. Let me see if that's gonna happen. No, not yet. Yeah, he'll get tired like that. And you don't even have to deflect all the time. Sometimes he'll just run out of stamina and just kneel down. Oh. Let's see. This attack right here. I honestly don't know what determines. Yeah, that hit pretty hard. I don't know what determines when he'll do that. It just, that was the first time it randomly happened, so like, oh. So yeah, now, I think I'm just gonna stick with Zoro for the rest of the fight because Zoro's really good actually. He can guard, and then his attacks pretty much have no delay compared to the others. Guard quick and attack quick. Ow. Looks like he smacked like that. Yeah, he's almost dead too. One thing I noticed for your party members, it looks, maybe it's just me, but either they can't take damage when you're not controlling them, or they take very minimal damage. I'm not sure, but I noticed that when I don't control my party members, even when they're on their last bit of health, like Luffy is right now, that they reeked. They don't really take damage at all if they take damage. That is, I'm honestly not sure. Cause it looked like Luffy got hit by that, but he didn't. His health didn't go down. I don't know. So that is a good strategy, though. If your character is low on health, just switch to someone else who has a decent amount of health until you can heal them up. And this is another one of those fights where sometimes it will load. Well, not necessarily load, but it will wait for the enemy to fall and your characters will just continually attack them. So you'll just be stuck until your party members decide to stop attacking him. I think you can get around that just by switching to that party member who's attacking. But there's also a chance that the member you switch from will start attacking on its own. So, it happens. A leaf? That's not suspicious at all.
どうやら分かったみてえだな。この島で起こってる奇妙な出来事の原因が。
おいらに何か言おうか?
What do you think? And now we have the rest of the crew. Which means now we can choose between all members of the pirate crew. The Straw Hats, excuse me. But they're at level 1, so I'm going to train them up with one mission in particular that takes place here. Is really good for leveling up. I will show that off in the next part. Frankie with the style. But yeah, that's episode 3 on and done. Very fun. One of the better chapters. Got all these custom words and stuff, yada yada yada. Okay, so in the next part we will start with some more missions in the tavern, and I will show off the other straw hats that we just got. Thank you for watching, and I will see you then. Take care, y'all.